With everything going on in 2020, this is what I've been expecting, hoping for. Regardless, it is what I needed, and I hope what we all needed. I'm Jonathan Berry, and today we're going to be discussing Hamilton because it is coming to Disney Plus on July 3rd. So, real quick, that means on July 4th, I'll have a video where I talk even more about Hamilton than what I'm talking in this video. And now I'm wishing I had bought a Hamilton shirt when I got to see Hamilton about a year and 6 months ago in Chicago. Instead, I'm just wearing a shirt that has a star on it. Or a star-shaped thing. But I wish I had spent some money for that. Oh well. Not everything I can think of. And it was kind of on my price range. I'm a college student. I don't have a lot of disposable income. I'm just lucky I was even able to see Hamilton. Which was great. It was January, a cold, windy day in Chicago. You know, there was snow on the ground. I went with my friends from school. Actually, we went because we're all in our university's honor society. And so our honor society went to see it, and that's how we got to see it. And it was just a great experience. Hamilton is really a great, great story. And the trailer that was put out to announce that it was being released on Disney Plus is just great. It opens with Satisfied, musical rendition, then they transitions to shots from the play that they recorded for this recording, because it is a recording of the actual performance by the original Broadway cast. I've just seen the Chicago cast perform, and that was downright good, and I expect the Broadway cast to be just as good, if not better. But going back to that trailer, so Satisfied is pretty much playing throughout most of the trailer, but different moments they bring in selections from parts of other Hamilton songs, while Satisfied is still playing the instrumental version of it, I should say. And really, the trailers are designed to hype us up, and I think it does. No, it really just does so, and I do like some of the shots. One of the shots they chose was very much reminiscent of the Hamilton logo, with the way the lights were shining on a person. It was really just spectacular. I do believe I remember that shot from seeing it a year and 6 months ago. But yeah. Besides Hamilton and the trailer and all that, how about Alexander Hamilton himself, the $10 founding father? And I could continue quoting that song, but I'm not. But Hamilton is really important to U.S. history. Like, he is one important founding father. No, he was involved in the Constitution, but probably he's more known for the Federalist Papers, which he wrote over half of. He wrote the majority of the Federalist Papers, which defended the new Constitution. And there's actually, I believe in a couple of places throughout Hamilton, it references Alexander Hamilton's habit for basically writing as if he's running out of time. And let's just say, he definitely did write a lot. And I gotta say, you got a Twitter argument with somebody about politics and the Constitution, it's good to have the Federalist Papers available. I actually keep it on my desk for that reason, not where I keep the Constitution. I keep the Federalist Papers more handy than I do the Constitution. So, that tells you, I think, how important. And of course, Madison and Jay also had a good amount of impact too, but Hamilton wrote a good portion of them, which Hamilton in the musical does reference and talk about. But Hamilton himself was an immigrant. Most people, I don't think, really recognize that with the founding fathers, but Hamilton was born in the Caribbean and moved to New York to basically pursue a better life for education and all of that, and that's how he came to America. Granted, he was born in the Caribbean, which is technically a part of the Americas, and he was born a British subject, but those are technicalities, if you will. He came to the 13 colonies. The island where he was born in the Caribbean, that island, I think might still be a British, maybe not, I think it might still be a British overseas territory, or it might be part of the Commonwealth realm still. But that's the thing, he went to the 13 colonies, a part of the British Empire that left them. He immigrated. He's an immigrant. And his tale is very inspirational when you really do look at it and break it down. It's an inspiration to a person who was basically born nothing. He was born a bastard, so his father pretty much disowned him and was not around at all. And his mother, well, wasn't a woman of repute, to say the least. If you are strictly interpreting the lyrics of Alexander Hamilton, the opening song for Hamilton, but still, he was born low down, but he managed to work his way up to the founding father of the country. I mean, like, George Washington, he was already well off. He was born in America in a rich family. Hamilton had to work his way up to be a founding father. And Hamilton's story is not only inspirational, but it is human. And by that, I mean, in Hamilton, Alexander Hamilton's story is truly presented as a human story. Not as, as a god or a hero, but as a human. Even, despite it being a very inspirational tale. We have his successes and failures, his, strengths and weaknesses. Everything is exposed. Like, would probably 30 years ago, if we were telling a tale about Hamilton, the conflict would have been solely between him and Aaron Burr. But no, Lin-Manuel Miranda, he adds in the conflict that is the domestic conflict, add in Hamilton's scandal. Like, would we have gotten that back during the Cold War? I don't think so. And that is, I think, what really makes Hamilton work. That ability to tell an inspiration story while still admitting the faults and weaknesses and failures of its hero. Or is Hamilton the actual hero? Because some people I've seen online argue that Aaron Burr is the protagonist of the musical Hamilton, while not Alexander Hamilton himself, which is an interesting take, and I probably will have some more thoughts on it on July 4th. So, stay tuned for that. But, while you're waiting, what are your thoughts on Hamilton? Have you gotten to see it? Have you gotten to see it yet? I'm glad I have gotten to see the stage performance first, and I think this is going to be a great thing as well. Different cast, of course, because as I said earlier, I got to see the Chicago cast, but this is the original Broadway cast, so I have high hopes, and I have a feeling it will live up, because I've listened to the original Broadway cast soundtrack, so I'm pretty sure to live up to my expectations. But we're going to be talking about Hamilton more, so stay tuned. So do you have any thoughts on Hamilton, as I said earlier? And just let me know all that stuff down below in the comment section. Also be sure to follow me on social media, Facebook and Twitter. Links are in the description, as are links for my Discord server and my Patreon. If you haven't done so already, please be sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel, and feel free to check out the video or the playlist on screen now. And as always, have a good day, a good night, wherever you are. Bye!